Hello, another episode of Safias Cichlids. Today we're on the 75 gallon tank again. Another do-it-yourself project. This one's fairly simple. Went about it because we got a pump off a UV sterilizer that wasn't working properly. Pump still works properly, but the sterilizer itself was not. So off the sterilizer itself, this piece came with the sterilizer. I had to go to the hardware store, pick up this connection here. We got 2 feet of tubing. That's actually for a dishwasher. It exits into an old bottle for adding bio to your water, for making your water safe, water change times, or when you're adding new fish. Inside there, I took the filter out of a C4, Fluval C4, the poly filter. It's old, quite old. I don't change them that often. So I cut it up, I put a piece at the top. Excuse me. Then I put some filter fiber. There's this stuff here for those of you who are not sure what it is. Filter fiber. I paid maybe $4 or $5 for that bag. Put some of that in. Then I added some substrate from the 45 bow, since the cichlids are just moving it out from underneath the rocks to the side of the tank now. Put a little bit of that in, not much. You need maybe a ½ inch of it total. So as you see there, 2 feet might have been a bit too much hose for this pump. It all depends on how much your water pump can push. But this one, it's working out pretty good. This one, it's a little bit of flow. So it's certainly not filling up the whole tube. I wanted it to come out the top, so I'm gonna have to kept what I cut out. I'm gonna put that in there somehow with some sealant or something. But it worked out better coming into the side. So it's pouring over the C4, Fluval C4 foam and poly filter that I pulled out of the Fluval C4 filter that was used. And we didn't rinse that out at all, just cut it up for the circumference here and jammed it in there. It's pouring over top of that. Then some filter fiber. Then it's going to have some gravel. I put also the plastic beads we normally use in our other filters for the children's game. We also use some artificial grapes, the rubber kind. And in there I also put some porcelain beads, or sorry, ceramic beads. We used aqua clears this time. Just a few of them in there. I also stole some ceramic beads. Oh, I keep wanting to say porcelain. Ceramic beads from the Fluval C4. I put some new ones in, took some old ones out, put some in there. This fills up, it drains into this container here. I just cut out a hole here in this bottom tube that fits perfectly the top of this old conditioner bottle. It drains fully into here. In here again, I've got the rest of the Fluval C4. I used about half in here and half in the bottom. I topped off the bottom with some more fiber filter and more of the C4 filtration, some foam. At the end here, I put some more of the foam, just so that it's building up and coming back. And at the bottom of the tube, it fills up here. You can see they're draining out there. Let's see if I can get it better. Yeah, I put a whole bunch of holes like these two here to the length of the entire tube. And it, you can see it draining out there as well. So in there we just have the foam at the end to build up the water a bit more and push it back across the beads if any of it's coming actually down to here. We do have holes up to here, but again the foam is about this much, up to about here, from here to about here of the foam, just jammed in the bottom. Then through the hole I have here, I filled up with the ceramic beads. We used enough for the fluval, or sorry, the Aqua Clear 70, and that's in here and in here. I didn't put very many in the top part because it just isn't necessary with all the other biomedia I have in there. Now in these you can put what you want. Myself, I just want it to be slightly mechanical and mostly bio. You can put a layer of extra filter fiber in there. You can add charcoal. You can add the activated charcoal. You can add ammonia remover, nitrate remover, phosphate remover. You can add whatever you want into either the top or the bottom even. It's your choice. Just wanted a little extra filtration on here because we do just have the hang on the back system right now that I've souped up myself as well as the interior media DIY filter I made. That's slightly mechanical, but that's mostly bio as well. I'm not sure if we'll keep this on here. I just wanted a little extra filtration on here since we got the extra fish over the weekend. The water's doing not too bad. We're still having some slight cycling to do in this tank, but you can see we're doing a lot better than we were, even especially last week and even a couple days ago. We'll move some things around because we got the angelfish yesterday, so we've moved our plants from this side of the tank here where the slate was on this end of the log all the way down here where there's a rock, and as you can see the angelfish like chilling out back there. There's one right there, so it's made it more comfortable for them, as well as that filtration is exiting in that area as well. I could get a better view of that. I don't really want to pick it up right now. It's, nothing's siliconed in or anything of the sort, so it's all just pushed together right now and it's working really well. That's what I like. I don't like to add anything, this silicones or what have you to prevent leaks or glues or cements of any sort if I don't have to. Push tight, I know that my fish aren't going to get poisoned by anything so long as I'm not using plastics or anything that are poisonous. And I put a little suction cup here just to hold it so it doesn't slide around and to prop up the end of it to make the water go down across all the holes and across all the media. Added a little bigger sponge today onto the end of our intake of our fluval filter on the blue car tank. Babies were always hanging around it, so it was making me a bit nervous. Plus there was a few holes on the back side of the other one. It was not quite wide enough, so we got that one going on now. Everything seems to be good, and as you can see the babies do eat the food that comes off of it, so I wanted something a little thicker there for them so they weren't getting their eyes or brains or something sucked out of them. And we just had tests done on this one today, as we just got the tetras yesterday, and some of the tetras, where are you here, they got carbon dioxide burns at their last home. So, because they go after the bubbles, they had it on their lips, some of them. This guy here is one. And one of them had a bit of Popeye in one side of him. But everything's getting better. So if any of you ever experience your fish with carbon dioxide burns, because you're feeding your plants carbon dioxide, what you need to do is obviously cycle tank, well oxygenated, which we have an air pump going through the bio filter here. And just went and got the test done on this tank, and even a day after adding new fish, the pH is fine. There's no phosphates. Nitrite and nitrate is minimal. So on to the 45 bow here, which we've been doing the fish in cycle because we had so much waste in the tank. You see, I got to fix my backdrop. You can see it's much clearer in here now. We're running 2 AquaClear 70s plus our do-it-yourself bio filter, and as you can see here, they've really piled up the substrate. Here's the top of the, well, here's where the substrate normally is, like this, and here's where they're at. See the difference? See the piles they made? They pulled this all out from underneath those rocks. So those of you new to fish keeping, thinking about having African cichlids especially, lots of cichlids dig and move, but especially the Africans and the Munas, get ready for this experience. Sand, if it was straight sand, I don't know if they could move it as much, or what would happen. We do have sand in here, but as I've said before in a prior video, put it in for the benefit of your fish, not for the benefit of you, because it's not going to benefit your eye for very long. Anyway, so take a look through the tank here. You can see everything's a lot better than it was last week especially, and even just a couple days ago. These tank, I got it tested today. 0 phosphates, no ammonia, and nothing showing for nitrite and nitrate now. So anyways, thanks for joining us for another episode of Safias Cichlids, and happy fish keeping.